What's a commonly known fact that's completely false? Myth: cracking knuckles causes arthritis. Has not been proven. There was a study a guy was told this, and so he only cracked the left hand. And after like 40 years it showed no additional signs of arthritis. The Great Wall of China is the only man-made object you can see from space. No, you can't. It's like 30 foot wide. Even if there are hot singles in your area, they don't want to meet you. Slit pupils mean a snake is venomous. The shape of the pupils is based on if they are nocturnal or diurnal. Walks up to cobra and looks it in the eye. We're all good here. It has round pupils. Sugar cane grows faster on sand. Minecraft has taught us wrong. Alcohol doesn't really warm you up. It increases small vessel circulation, so you feel warmer, but really it decreases the overall body temperature. Waiting time before you can report someone missing to the police. Along with this, the best chance of finding someone alive, especially children, is within 3 hours of them being missing. And this only lowers the longer they are gone. And after 72 hours it is almost guaranteed that the police will be looking for a dead body. That we need to detox our bodies. There's this whole fad of detox juice cleanses and detox workout regimes, while in reality, all we need to detox is to not become completely dehydrated. What's also peculiar is that these people who say we should detox our bodies never specify what toxins we need to cleanse ourselves from. Hair grows back thicker when you shave it. I believe this is because our hairs are uneven lengths. But when you shave an area, the hairs there grow back at the same length, which makes it appear thicker. You can feel specific tastes only on the specific parts of the tongue. We eat IDK how many spiders in our sleeps every year. That the Europeans thought the earth was flat when Columbus took to the sea and discovered America. The ancient Greeks calculated the circumference of the earth 500 BC. That humans only use 10% of our brains. Bats are blind. Blood is blue, but turns red when it hits oxygen. Nope. The blue color you see under your skin has to do with your veins, not the color of your blood. Your blood is always going to be a shade of red. Fun fact about that, your veins actually reflect more red than blue light, but they reflect less red than the skin around it. Your brain sees this as blue. It's similar to those chessboards with a shadow, where some shades appear much darker or lighter even though they are the same color. Carrots don't improve your vision. That's the Brits slang to WWII Germans. And now you. Daddy long legs do not carry the most potent venom in the spider kingdom, and just don't use it. They don't cause severe harm in humans, because their fangs are too weak or too small to puncture skin either. They don't harm people, because they are a basic ass spider. Lightning never strikes twice in the same place. In fact, it does, and frequently. Diamonds are expensive, because they are rare. Most instances of human contact with a wild, young animal will not cause a mother to abandon it. There are a litany of other reasons why you shouldn't touch wildlife. Maybe how the myth started in the first place. That it's illegal to drive barefoot. I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere that police actually encourage bare feet driving over driving in heels, flip-flops, etc. Dogs don't sweat by salivating. In truth, dogs have sweat glands all over their body. They sweat primarily through their foot pads. When they are panting, they are helping to regulate body temperature, much like we do. Glass is a super cold liquid which flows very slowly, which is why windows in old churches are thicker at the bottom. You have to admire the creativity of the shitty glazier who made this one up, while trying not to get run out of town, though. That cold weather causes colds. Germany didn't invade Russia in winter. They invaded at the earliest possible date when the spring mud had sufficiently dried out, end of June. Almost no snakes are poisonous, but plenty are venomous. Remember, if you bite it and you die, it's poisonous. If it bites you and you die, it's venomous. That's one reason why snakes don't want to start a fight with you. They're not poisonous, so animals can, and do, eat them all the time. So when given the choice, Snakes will usually want to hide rather than attack. Toilet don't actually flush in the opposite direction in the southern hemisphere. They do, and they also do not. Toilets are too small of a scale to account for Coriolis, but if a whirlpool formed in the southern hemisphere, it would in fact flow in the opposite direction. Vaccinations cause autism. You will not get a cramp if you go swimming right after you eat. If you go to a regular, wanna cool off swimming, sure. But if you're an Olympic swimmer or do some vigorous swimming, I can assure you you're gonna get a hell of a cramp. Mosquitoes aren't attracted by light. They are attracted by you who are under the light. We got that misconception by seeing other bugs flying around lights and thinking it's the same for mosquitoes. Going out with wet hair gives you a cold. No, it doesn't. The cold virus gives a cold. If you let your pet snake roam about, it will lay out next to you so it can size you up because it's seeing if it can eat you. No, just no. I'm not sure how this caught on, but it's probably the stupidest thing I've heard. Your ball python doesn't think it might be able to eat you unless you smell like a rat. Anytime a British person mentions anything about gun control, it's pointed out that the number of murders using knives in the UK is off the charts and that we should get our own house in order. Per person, the rate of murders using knives or bladed weapons is significantly higher in the USA. Gun rights advocates in the US also point to the much higher rate of violent crime in the UK as evidence that guns lower crime. The flaw is that the UK definition of violent crime includes a ton of acts that would not be counted in the FBI statistics. The 5-second rule. Even if you pick up your food within 5 seconds, there's still a load of bacteria that's transferred onto it. No one actually believes in the 5-second rule. People just don't care about the bacteria and like to justify eating tasty, soiled food. The left side of the brain is the rational one, while the right side is the creative one. It's actually more complex than that. A lot more complex. Processed food is worse than natural food. There is no definition of natural in the food industry. Those 100% natural tortilla chips could be made of cockroaches. Cockroaches are natural, right? Video games make children violent. That goldfish have a 3-second memory. They actually have a memory span that lasts for months. They're also quite intelligent fish. You can even teach them tricks.